Mexico shutting down a fast-track program for temporary asylum, allowing migrants to stay in Mexico. Instead, Mexico deciding it will no longer discourage or block their movement as thousands make their way north.
So moments ago, the president tweeting this on the topic, quote, more troops being sent to the southern border to stop the attempted invasion of illegals through large caravans into our country. We have stopped the previous caravans, and we will stop these also with a wall. It would be so much easier and less expensive being built. And tweet there, Julie.
Yeah, Griff Jenkins is live in Mexico City. So how are the migrants responding to Mexico's reversal, Griff?
Hey, good morning, Julie. Well, let me just show you those migrants behind me. We're on the outskirts of Mexico City, and they're trying to catch buses moving north, and they are part of the 12,600 migrants who received the temporary asylum and work visas from the new Mexican president's administration, but they had to cap it. I've been talking to them, and many of them are disappointed because they haven't all taken an opportunity to register for that yet. We talked to one of those migrants just a little while ago named Juan Moreno. He says it's actually not going to matter to him. He wasn't interested in the first place. Take a listen. Mexico has now stopped giving the temporary asylum visas. What do you think of that?
A lot of people do for that action, but not me. Not me.
Not you.
I don't. Really, I don't want a paper from Mexico. I want to cross to USA.
So you don't care that they stopped the program? It doesn't really affect you?
No, not for me.
So that's sort of what they're sort of learning this morning about that decision, although it clearly is going to be a problem if there's thousands on the way to the Guatemala-Mexico border who are going to learn that offer's not available to them when they get there. Julie?
So what is the status of the current caravan that you're following, and how many more are there?
So this is roughly, the officials tell us that what you're looking at behind me is part of the 2,312 that left the stadium in Mexico City. They're continuing north to Querétaro, about 2.5 hours of city, 2.5 hours north of here. All of them say their final destination is the United States. They're headed up to the border, likely to Tijuana. This is the same path, but there are two additional caravans, Julie, that we are told will be gathering in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, on February 7th and on February 16th. That is the same location where this current caravan that you see originated on January 15th when we first began following them. Julie?
And what is Mexico's government saying about the migrants, Griff?
Well, that's a good question. We've been talking to him since early this morning. The Institute for National Migration, which is the authority that's running all of this. We wanted an interview with the director. He's not available right now, but their folks were a little vague, saying that they're trying to find ways to accommodate the thousands, in their words, of migrants still on their way when they learn that that fast-track visa is not available. They're actually also saying that they're asking migrants to apply for asylum in Mexico at the Mexican embassy in their home countries that they're fleeing.